If fear is the only thing stopping us from achieving our dreams, and we only fear what we don't understand, then the antidote to fear is knowledge. All we have to do is find out who has the knowledge that we need to conquer our fears and achieve our entrepreneurial dreams. My name is Callum Walker, and welcome to the podcast that will help you figure it out and conquer this lonely entrepreneurial journey. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the podcast. So I am officially 4 days away. Yeah, 4 days away from running marathon. Well, where are we? It's Tuesday today. So I've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, so in 5 days time, not 4 days, 5 days time, I'm going to be running the marathon completely on a ketogenic diet. So I've been fully ketogenic for, I think it's 10 weeks now. It's 9 or 10 weeks. And I promise you, I have not cheated once. The only time I had, a slight desire to want to cheat was when we were in Lisbon on holiday. And do you know what it was? It was actually a slice of sourdough bread. I was like, oh, I would absolutely love some toast with my eggs. But apart from that, I have been absolutely spot on. And that in itself is a real achievement for me. Because for anyone to go on a ketogenic diet is challenging enough, but to have gone on a ketogenic diet for 10 weeks, bearing in mind I had a wedding throughout that time, and I've had like a holiday throughout that time and multiple other things, really proud of myself. So what have I noticed over the last 10 weeks? Well, I guess it's tough to say because I'm very fat adapted anyway. So, in the sense of over the last 10 years, on average, I've been eating about 50 grams of carbs a day. I definitely noticed the difference between the transition from low carb to ketogenic. I definitely noticed that, but I would say that the effects that I've experienced aren't as profound as the effects that you would probably experience if you're going from, being very carb adapted to going ketogenic. You would experience these feelings significantly more. But I think that the main sort of things that I've noticed, and I'm going to start off with like a physical point of view. So I ran 34 kilometers last week. So that's the longest run I've ever done. Like I'm not really a runner normally. So me running a marathon, I'm not normally a runner. But the previous length, my longest distance that I'd ever ran before that was 22k. So just over half a marathon. And I did that 4 weeks ago. And then 2 weeks later, I ramped that up to 34k. And I've ran that on a bowl of Greek yogurt in the morning. And when I say a bowl of Greek yogurt, it's probably 100 grams of Greek yogurt, a couple of berries and a few nuts. Then I ran for 4 hours. And I had 10 chorizo rolitos during the run. And the chorizo rolito is slice of chorizo a slice of cheese wrapped in chorizo. So 10 of those and loads of water. And yeah, it was really quite cool actually when I got to the 2 hour 30 mark, because based on conventional nutritional wisdom, at 2 hours of 30 of high intensity exercise, I should have broken down without any carbohydrates and be absolutely battered. But when I got to the 2 hour 30 mark, I was like, yes, I was right. You can run ultra endurance exercise without carbs. So that was really cool. And then, so I just carried on. And I mean, how did I feel? I mean, don't get me wrong, my knees hurt. I just ran for 4 hours. So of course my knees hurt. But it was really astounding. I'd just eaten 10 slices of chorizo and some cheese, and I just really wasn't very hungry. When I got in, I was like, I know I need to fuel, but I wasn't I need to get it down me. And, I ran half a marathon a few years ago, completely with more carbs in my diet. And I remember running that half marathon and after being I need to get some fuel in. I didn't have that feeling at all. That was really bizarre. But I tell you the thing that was more bizarre, my knees hurt immediately after, but I was expecting to wake up the following day and not really be able to walk very well. And again, like I had a little bit of knee pain, but apart from that, I was just fine. And then like 2 days later, like I just didn't have any DOMs. It was just really weird, like no DOMs at all. And, you know, you can look at that and, you know, most people like who are runners who be like, well, I don't really get DOMs running 34K. But I'm like, but I'm not a runner. Like, I'm not a regular runner. Like, you know, 6 weeks ago, the longest I'd ever run was a half marathon, and that was 3 years ago. Apart from that, I've just been running 10Ks for the last, like, 3 years. So to go from a 10K to 34K, you'd expect your legs to be fucked, but I haven't really experienced anything. So, you know, I had a little bit of soreness, but I just kind of cracked on. And then, like, my heart rate variability, like, it definitely plummeted the next day, but it snapped back very, very quickly. So, yeah, just noticed the overall recovery side of things fascinating. So yeah, so you know, I'm running on Sunday, and Alice asked me as well. She's like, "What are you going to do afterwards?" And you know, my mind wants to go like, "Oh, I just want to eat whatever. Like, I'm just going to eat anything." But next week, actually, what I am doing, which is really cool. So I'm running a marathon on Sunday, and then the Sunday after that, I'm actually going to Sweden on the Wim Hof expedition. So I'm actually going on an expedition with Wim Hof himself in northern Sweden. So I'm so excited for that. But I'm almost like, you know, I'm running the marathon on Sunday, and you could think, oh, right, it's over, so I'm just going to go and eat a load of shit. But to be honest, like I said to Alice, it's like, I'll probably like stay ketogenic for at least that week before Wim Hof anyway. Because I just want to make sure that I can recover the best that I possibly can. So I'm actually going to continue going ketogenic during that time. And then I said, I'm just going to see like what it's like when I'm in Sweden. Because the only thing with being in Sweden, I'm staying in a hotel. So I don't know what food there's going to be available to me. But I don't know, like, I can't say I have found this ketogenic diet very hard at all. Like, and bearing in mind, I'm 10 weeks in. I can't see myself breaking that next week. I don't know. I almost kind of feel like I want to carry it on. Also, like, I've been very fat adapted, and I put on a podcast a few weeks back. I think it was like week 4. Just around like the challenge of getting enough calories in, and I've definitely cracked that. But you know, I've been nailing so many calories. Like, I mean, yesterday I had some yogurt and I put 120 ml of double cream in that yogurt. That was an additional like 600 kcals. I'm doing that every day, and like I'm just getting leaner. Like, I am getting leaner, and I'm actively trying to put more calories into my system, and I'm getting leaner. And you could be like, oh, you're running. And I'm like, I've only been running once a week. Yeah, I've only been running once a week. So yeah, I don't know, like the whole, you know, calorie deficit stuff, like it's just so outdated because there's so much more to it. Like, I've actively tried to eat as many calories as I can, and I've got leaner. And that's the power of what happens when you are on a ketogenic diet. So, you know, dismiss it at your peril. Like, just don't be an idiot and dismiss it like everyone does. People who dismiss it don't know anything about it. And that's an important thing for you, that if you're dismissing it, maybe you don't know anything about it. So don't dismiss something you don't know. It's almost like when I was younger, my mum would be like, you know, do you want some carrots? And I'm like, I don't like carrots. She'd be like, have you ever had them? No, but I know I don't like them. It's like, oh, ketogenic diet doesn't work. Have you ever tried it? No, but I know it doesn't work. I'm like, all right. So I'm really excited to run that, but I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I think I'm definitely going to make sure that the week afterwards, I am going to stay ketogenic for recovery periods, and then I'll just see how I go. I'll see how I feel. I think the only thing I have missed has been more kind of sentimental things. So as an example, me and Alice love Thai food. We absolutely love Thai food. And one of my favorite things to do is to go out for dinner, sit opposite the love of my life, and eat a Thai, and specifically share some noodles with her. And I have missed that. So I, depending on how I feel, if my recovery goes the way it did after my 34K, I definitely think we'll go out for a Thai on the Friday, and I'll have some noodles and some rice. That'd be the nice thing to potentially break it. But I'll just see how I go. But then after my Wim Hof, and I'll do a podcast episode on this. After my Wim Hof, I'll definitely see how I go. I'll definitely see how I go in terms of the dietary perspective. So that's your update. We're 5 days out. And yeah, to be honest, I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just making sure that this week is just all about just being in a healthy state from a nervous system perspective. That's my whole point. The whole thing for me is my muscles are adapted to be able to deal with it. Fueling wise, I'm adapted to be able to deal with it. And I'm just going to make sure that my nervous system is as healthy as it can possibly be. So I'm doing some walking, doing yoga on a daily basis. I've been meditating daily, getting my sunlight. My caffeine has gone down significantly as well. So I'm really excited for it. So I'll keep you updated, but never forget, for every one of your clients, gave you one new client, you've doubled your business. Have you got a client who isn't losing weight right now and you have absolutely no idea why? And maybe you're worrying that if nothing changes, they could drop off at any moment? Well, I've got a free nutrition masterclass for you where I reveal the secret nutrition strategy that guarantees that stuck client loses 2 to 4 pounds in the next 7 days without lowering their calories, upping their cardio, or even tracking macros. Click the link in the description to get access to the free Elite Nutrition Secrets Masterclass and get your client moving in the right direction, stopping them dropping off today.